Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a video on how to make a LEGO Deathclaw of my own design. I mostly modeled them off the Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas Deathclaws because the size of the head in Fallout 4 on the Deathclaw is a lot smaller, proportional to the body, and it was really tough to recreate that in LEGO, but I think they turned out pretty well. So here is me building one. We'll be starting with so you're probably going to want to start with a 2x2 brick. The color doesn't really matter, but since I'm trying to make a alpha Deathclaw, I'm using gray and dark gray. So you're going to want to take the 2x4 and on the bottom place 2 white studs in the same side of the brick. Then you want to flip it over and then put this brick, so a 1x2 plate with a stud, single stud, I don't know what that's actually called. You're going to want to place it there. And on the opposite side, you're going to place, if I can actually put it there, you're going to want to place a 1x2 with a little handlebar. You're going to want to place that on the other side, so it looks like this. Then you're going to place the binoculars brick or jetpack brick, whatever it is, on the 1x2 plate. So it looks like this, starting to take shape. Then you're going to want to put this piece, the 1x2 plate, on top of the other 1x2, and then take 2 studs. They don't have to be translucent yellow, obviously. I think they work pretty well because the color of the eyes in New Vegas and Fallout 3 was kind of yellowish, but really it doesn't matter. Then these pieces are kind of tough to describe, or they're not tough to describe, they're tough to find. It's basically a 1x2 plate, but on one of the places that the studs would be, there's kind of a clip. So you're going to want to get 2 of those and put each one on top of the eye so that they look like this. And then you're going to want a 1x2 flat brick, flat plate. Place it on the very top. Get 2 of these tooth pieces or horn pieces, whatever you want to call them. Put them in here, and then you are done with the upper side of the Deathclaw's head. The jaw of the Deathclaw is even easier to make than the upper part of the head. So you're going to want to start with a similar brick to what was on the head, the 1x2 plate with a little handlebar, and then these 1x1 studs with a hole on the very top. You're going to want to place those on the 1x2 plate with handlebar, and then you're going to want to get these little tooth pieces. Just place them right there inside these studs, if I can do it. And then this is the very important part. You're going to want to get one of these battle droid arms. They don't have to be black, but I think that probably looks the best out of any other color. But obviously you can use whatever color you want. So you're going to want to put this on the little handlebar piece so it starts to kind of look like this. Now, the way that it'll attach is at this little handlebar. However, if you just place it like this onto it, it's not going to go all the way. So you're going to want to do something like that, so it's like this, and then close it. That little movement's pretty tough to do one-handed, so I had to stop the recording, but this is it completed. Next we'll be making the legs. So to start the legs, you'll need one of these pieces, which is pretty uncommon, I think. It's a 1x2 plate with a ball on one side and a socket on the other. So after that, you're going to need a piece just like this one, a 1x2 with another little 1x2 on the side. It doesn't really matter which orientation you put it onto the 1x2 with the ball in the socket, just as long as you do it the opposite way on the other leg. So this will be the right leg. Then you'll need one of these 1x2 slopes. You're going to place it on the normal side of the 1x2 with the other 1x2 on the side of it to make this. So you're probably going to want to make 2 of those. From there, if you want to make the foot or the feet, if it's 2 of them, because you probably want 2, you're going to get 2 2x2s and then 2 of these kind of weird pieces that are a 1x2 plate just with 3 little spots protruding off of it, and then 2, actually I think you might need 4, yeah you do need 4, you need 4 1x2 plates, and you're golden. So to start making the foot, you need to put the 1x2 plate on the bottom of the 2x2 stud, or sorry, 2x2 plate. Then you're going to need to put on the other side of the bottom the weird piece that I got. So it's right there. And then from there, on the closer side to the weird piece, you're going to want to put another 1x2. And then finally, these 2 pieces right here, which are 2x2s with a little socket, you're going to want to place them on the same side as the weird piece. So it should become something kind of like this. Now just make another one, and you should be good. Now we're going to be building the body of the Deathclaw. You're going to want to start with a 2x6 plate, so flat. And then from there, you're going to want to take these 1x2 plates with a little clip going vertical, and you're going to place them on one side. Both of them go on the same side. Now, you could also use a 1x2 plate with 2 of these little vertical things. You could do that. You would just need another 1x2 plate. From there, you're going to want to take one of these 2x2 slopes so that there are only 2 studs on top, and you're going to want to place the highest part of it towards the clips. So from there, you're going to want to take one of these, a 1x2 plate with a stud on top. We're going to need a lot of these for the build. Place it on top of the little slope piece. From there, you're going to want one of these 2x2s plates with a stud on top, just one stud. Place it right there, and then, oops, I forgot a piece. So either you want a piece like this, or you could use a just flat 1x2. But you're going to want to place it right there. Then finally, another 1x2 plate with a stud on top. And then we're going to need these little horn pieces that I was talking about earlier. Just going to place them in each one of these open studs. Now, on the underside of the torso, you're going to want a 2x4 plate and a 1x2. Now, you could just use a normal 1x2. I prefer these little ones that have a little dip in them because they just kind of make it look a little bit more rounded. But you're going to want to put the 2x2, the 2x4 at the very back end, and then the 1x2 right just in front of it. Now you're going to need these 4 pieces, the little 1x2 plate that we've been making heavy use of, these 1x2 plates with a little ball on the side. You're going to need 2 of those, and then a 1x3, the color of the 1x3, or 2x3, sorry, doesn't matter. So from here, you're going to want to put this at the very back, and then these 2 go in front of it. There you go. And then right over top of it, you're going to want to place the 2x3. So, I forgot, you do need another one of these to place right here. I think it just makes it a little bit more rounded. But from there, we're done with the torso. I somewhat doubted that the tail needed its own explanation on how to build it. All you really need are these pieces right here. The only complicated thing is you need one of these little 1x1 grabby plates, and then a 1x1 plate, or sorry, a 1x2 plate with the one stud on top. And the only interesting thing about this tail is you're going to need these two little Technic pieces that have the stud on the top and connect it right here. Then you're done with the tail. So, finally you're going to want to make the arms. You're going to need this 2x2 connected to another 2x2 by a little joint. You're going to need two of them. So, for starters, you're going to have this, and then a 1x2 plate with 3 little places to clip to, and then 3 battle droid arms, the curved ones, ideally. Now, you're going to want to tilt that so it's like this. Then, from there, you're going to want to get one of these 1x1 plates with a little hole on the side, and then put a little horn piece or tooth piece in the side. You're going to want to put that on the underside so that it's sort of like a hand. Then you're going to probably want to put this piece and this piece together. So one of the little flick fire missiles from the old Star Wars sets, and then a 1x2 that looks sort of like that. You're probably going to want to put a 1x1 stud on the flick fire missile, not because you're going to be firing it, but because it just looks nice. Now I just realized I made the wrong side, so you would want to probably just put this other way around, and then it should connect. Now that we have all the pieces constructed, it's all just a matter of putting it together. So you're going to want to take the legs, put the little ball piece into the foot, then bada bing, bada boom, got it done. It's a nice reassuring click. Then you're going to want to take the torso. I actually screwed up on building the torso. Underneath the 2x2 plate with one stud, you're going to want to put a 1x1 and another 1x1 with a vertical little grabber, and then behind it you're going to put a 1x2 plate. But it's not that big a deal. Well, it is that big a deal because it's how you connect the arms, but I digress. You're going to want to connect the legs. Now that I've finally connected it, you're going to want to put the tail piece on the very back. Like so. Now you probably won't be able to put it on directly straight, so you're just going to need to move it over a little bit. No big deal. Then from there, you're going to want to connect the arms to these little plates that I forgot to mention were even there, like so. Oopsie. And the last one goes there. And finally, you just connect the head. Your Deathclaw is done. Now, if I had another hand, I could pose him and shit, but I don't have another hand. So, this is probably going to be where the video ends. So, see ya. I probably won't make another video in a very long time, so this is all you're getting.